What's up, y'all? It's Jam and Sam, and today we're going to restore the Champion Steven battle music from Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. Now let's go and drag in our MIDI and choose Fruity out with MIDI out with Fruity LSD. And for our sound bank, let's go to our sound bank number 95. And that'll give us the instruments from the game. Let's play. Nice, okay. That's very fast for the other usual battle theme. And so we will go and take our first channel. Let's see. We got trumpets. So let's go and drag in our sound canvas. And make it... Oh, we have French horns too. 150% volume. And then we will go to part 1 and turn off the reverb. Select SC88 Pro Map, Brass, French trumpet. Trumpets first. We also have piano and strings in this. Let's call this trumpet. Okay, let's start over. Select our trumpets. Ah, we have a quick little trumpet line here. More trumpets, here we go. Ooh, what's going on here? Ah, glitch. Nice, okay. So that's all our trumpets. Now let's copy this. We're going to go find first empty, call this melody. Paste this here. But we need that pop on the trumpet, so let's go and add, actually we're going to wait for all of this to be, for the whole rest of the track to be, channel to be configured, then we might put it over the whole thing. We'll see. So we have panning here. Okay, so most of this is just like that. Let's go and copy this panning over. But let's set this preemptively to channel 1 of the trumpets, because we might have more trumpet stuff. Let's paste this here. So this is irrelevant because we don't have anything here for the trumpets. This is also irrelevant. Lovely. Okay. Now volume. We have some of this. Let's see if any of this is being done by the trumpets. Nope, none of that is being done by the trumpets. Okay. So now let's go and see if we have any vibrato on the trumpets. Doesn't look like it. We have some vibrato on the strings of all places. Okay, so let's go and give this a mixer track. Well, actually, let's not worry about mixer tracks yet. Let's clone this. And then next, I think we have our, what? French horn. Nice, yes we do. There's more French horns. Okay, nice. That's our French horns. Now let's copy this, go to melody, and let's call this cloned instrument French horns. And then we'll go and make it a French horn. And we will turn the cutoff all the way up to get it brighter, because the French horn is hiding some brightness under that filter that we want. Let's paste this here. This simply should not be here. I don't know why this is panned this way, but it shouldn't be. Neither should this. Okay, now let's go and see what kind of panning we have on this French horn. Now, okay, so it does change a bit. Let's copy this whole thing and then go to French horn pan 1. No. Absolutely not. Here. Now let's remove this. This sweep is for the trumpet. This is only the strings. Ah, but there's a change here that I wanted to keep. For whatever reason. Nice. And this is all irrelevant. Okay. Now we have some volume belonging to the trumpet. I mean to the French horn. I know that. This to here I think is French horn. We have a few little volume dips. So let's go to volume 1 and paste this here. Nice. Okay. Now, welcome Gamer XT. It said, by chance is the French horn named after the same person who invented French fries? I don't think so. French fries are made in Greece. But I don't know. I think it's not even French. It was just made because it was they said it sounded French or something like that. I have no, or it was inspired by another instrument or something like that. I have no idea. I would have to research that. That would be something good to research. Now, let's see. All right, so that is good. Now we need our piano, I think, is next. Oh, yes, and that vibrato is fake news. We don't, it doesn't exist. It's a glitch in the MIDI. Now we have that. Why would you have vibrato there? Like, this does not exist. Stop pretending there is vibrato there. And I think that's really our only piano there. Yeah, that's pretty much our only piano. So let's copy this. Go to melody. Sort of like how French bread was made in Austria. Ah, really? I did not know that. That is very interesting. Now let's go to our piano and let's see, make this piano. And let's paste these notes here. But FL Studio never pastes anything where we want it, so we have to move it now. Okay, perfect. Now, so far, I think I want this, oh, wait, yeah, we have also our, strings to worry about. So let's clone this piano, call it strings. And that piano is, yeah, that piano is just going to be panned statically to the right. So let's paste that. And now our strings are going to be starting here. Yes, I think it is starting there. There's nothing really before that. Okay, and then our strings reprise here. Okay. So now I want to copy this. Go to melody, strings, and paste this here. Let's go to ensemble strings. Lovely. Okay, now I want to go and use this use an envelope controller to add a transient to pretty much everything here, except for the piano. The piano is fine the way it is. So let's drag this here, and we'll use this for the whole channel. And so we'll just copy this, the whole line from the original, and paste it here. And then let's remove those notes that belong to our piano. But everything else is gonna get a controller. Let us now go and I'm gonna go and get my volume stuff that I put on the French horn. And I'm going to put that instead on the main line. Because I need that, it's more likely that this won't disrupt anything if I put that there. So that means, and did I put anything on this? I don't think I used any other patches volume 1. Okay, so let's now go to each of these individual volumes and say link to controller, articulator 1. Do you like trackers at all? I do not like trackers. I don't like looking at code. I like to I like to forget I'm using a computer as much as possible. So I don't want to be looking at code. I don't want to be looking at numbers. I want to forget I'm using a computer. And I want to feel like I'm doing something physical as much as possible. I do not like computers. I do not understand them, so even though I am relying heavily on computers to do this, I find myself continuously frustrated by them. The more I have to do, the more I have to rely on them. So I would like just a UI that works really well, and where I do not have to input numbers. It's a while since I listened to tracker music. You've only composed in trackers? Nice. That's a way to go. People do seem to like trackers. Okay, so let's make this a sharp transient, this envelope. Remove the release. Nice. Nice. That's pretty good. Now, the only problem is this French horn is having some... It's having some flutters. It's working very well on the trumpet. Okay, I feel like each of these instruments should have an individual envelope controller, which means that we'll hope we can just reuse the same one for the different layers of the instrument. So let's give this one to the trumpet. Nice, that's sounding good. Now let's boost the volume multiplier for this. We don't need to, we can boost it a little more. Let's see. We don't need that pronounced of a transient. Maybe we do, because I need more of that pop. Yeah, that's good. Let's see if we get any effect by reducing the attack. That still has a little effect. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Okay, that sounds good for the trumpet. Now let's go give the envelope controller. Let's clone this envelope controller and send it to the French horn. And let's see, we want to go to generators, French horn, volume 1. We're already linked the other one now. We'll just link this one. And then we'll go copy the notes over. Now, the French horn is a little bit difficult to do this for. Let me see if I can get this going out of the grid. Let me turn up the multiplier. I think it might be the release doing that. Ah, it is the release doing that. Let's see if maybe they work through the same one now. Actually, I think I can use them for the same one now. At least these two, anyway. Let me try seeing if it works for the strings. I think the strings need a little more coaxing, but maybe we can merge these two. If I just use this one for now, the French horn. Right, and then now I can use this one for the strings instead and make this a steeper curve. Ah, but it's not tweaking that one yet. I have to go and set it to link to volume 1. Ah, this is using, so did I switch? Oh, this is using I have to use articulator 1 for this. But I actually like it with the same settings as this one. Oh well, I guess we'll just use the same one for all of them. One controller to rule them all. Now, let's go. So let's just go back and copy this line again then. And I don't hear anything. Why? One of these is not using the right thing. And by that I mean the trumpet, definitely. Now we can once again delete this part, the piano part. Nice. Okay, that works. I like computers so much that I designed them as a hobby. Nice. Yes, if you can do that, that is great. We need people like that. It can sound nice though. Yes, Bejeweled I think was composed in a tracker. Bejeweled 2, that's one of my favorite soundtracks. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, this curve I think helps a lot better if you give it a little more leeway. Nice. Okay, so we've got that sorted. And then let me just check on the strings. Yes, strings panning works. Okay. And the piano panning. Yes, okay. So everything's done for that channel. But except for our vibrato, our strings have some vibrato for some reason. So I should think that this is just 0 because of the pattern that it's going in. Lovely. Okay. So let's copy this now. Go to strings. And paste, and then we're going to go to our rate. Let's set it to 25. Nice, okay. All right, now let's move on to our, what is next? More strings. Hi, Lucy, welcome. Hi, Jamie, welcome. Welcome to the stream, y'all. Okay, so, yes. We definitely do not have vibrato like that here, though. Okay, so I am trying to select all of this. And then we have our flute here. We have some trumpets. French horns. Nice. More strings. Also having vibrato. Nice. Now the panning here is all center, so it's definitely different from the other channels. Now let's go and put this into the strings channel. And then we only have one place where I think the we only have one place where there's multiple strings at once, and that is here, but they're the same timing, so we can still use the same envelope controller. The only problem is that we have all these controlling all of the envelope controllers, when these do not, the rest of the channels do not use the same timing. Or do they? Let me see. Well, this one doesn't. So we're going to give this, now that we're filling out the strings a little more. Actually, the only reason the only time it has a different timing is here. The rest is the same timing with the, it's like, oh, and it's, I forgot to set my part 2 to also be strings with no reverb. And then SC88 Pro Map Ensemble Strings. So now, this is gonna make a... I wonder if we can use a different... If we can have a different color trigger this. So if I go and I do Shift C, copy all these channel 2 notes, paste them here, do I get usage of... No, it doesn't use that one. Wait. So, let's see. If I select, I have channel 2 selected, let's see if it controls this. It does not, because see, I'm looking at it here. And then I go here. Wait. Oh wait, I would have to press here. But it also, it just changes, it's independent of the channel, so we can't do that. So let's cut this, and I might just control it by the channel instead of by the instrument. So let's just clone this and then hold Alt and push down, and then let's paste this here. So now we are in fact using that envelope controller, and let's make let's allow this, set this envelope controller to control volume 2 on the strings. Nice. Bueno. And let's see. If you guys like more music, I highly recommend Toxic Landfill. It's really good. All right. Let's hear it sometime. Now, okay, so this does not in fact have vibrato on it. Now, the next thing I want to do is take my panning for that channel, which is, oh yeah, it's all center, so we don't even need to worry about that. Okay. So the next thing, we just want to grab, oh, what about my volume? Volume changes here on the flute and the trumpet, so only the flute and the trumpet have volume automation. Now, vibrato is shared by the flute and the trumpet. And then we have some vibrato on that same place, those same notes from the on the strings from the last channel, but we do not have we don't have, it's going to be the same timing as the other channel, so we don't need to do, we won't be able to control that channel so we'll just have to put it as automatic, which means that I'll do this. That's a little heavy. Nice. Right, nice. Okay, lovely. Now I want to go catch my next instrument, which will be okay, we have some, let's see, so this is all strings. We have a flute. I think the rest of this is not flute. Yeah, well that's our only flute bit we have there. So let's copy this, go to melody, and then we're going to clone these strings and call it, make it a flute first. Go to pipe, flute, and then we will, let's see, we'll call this flute. No, don't change the color. Call this flute. And then hold Alt, push down. So it's under the respective channel. Let's go to melody and we'll paste those notes here. And we will select channel 1 and Alt C to change. But it still sounds like a piano. Why? That makes no sense. Why do, oh, because our piano is playing above that. What are the odds? But we do have our flute. Lovely. Okay, now we have our vibrato for this thing that we want to copy. So let's grab this all the way up to, I think, here. Yeah, because that's trumpet. Okay. So let's copy this, go to melody, collapse this, go to current project, generators, no. Go to flute, scroll down until we see gray, and then go to modulation wheel. For the flute, try to zoom in here. Nice. Lovely. I like it. Now we have some volume belonging to the flute too. It's this little fade out at the end here. And let's actually select all this from the beginning just for posterity, because FL Studio does not give us that automation unless we copy it from the very beginning. So let's go here and then flute. Let's specifically go to channel 1 in the flute. Channel 1 volume. And paste. Lovely. Nice. Now let's go grab our trumpet parts. Okay, so that's a trumpet part. Let's see. Most of this is strings, so we don't need to worry about most of that. Okay, copy this. And we will go to trumpet. All right, and now let's Alt-C to change this to channel 1. And now this is, let's see, we'll also put this in the envelope controller. But we want this to be center. And the trumpet right now is left, but we don't have anything playing here. But I'll still put this in channel 2 just for posterity because it makes it easier. So we'll Alt-C. Because we have other things going in this channel, so let's go to brass, trumpet, turn off the reverb. And now we have some vibrato here, so that's really my only concern, is that we do have vibrato here. I'm not sure if I can make this automatic. I might be able to. Not really, because we have it here. Maybe we have it sooner on the short notes. So what I want to do now is I'm going to make a specific, well, actually, So the only reason I can't split these off is because of the trumpet. So if I just go say, hey, this is going to belong to the strings, then we can do that. Now, if I say this is going to belong to the French horns, this will belong to the brass family, and this will belong to the strings. We can do that. And then I just want to copy this, delete all this, and then copy this French horn and paste it to the envelope controller. And now I want to say, hey, all these trumpet notes are going to be in channel 1. And then that means that I have to make sure channel 1 in that part that we copied that's from channel 2. I have to make sure that turns center whenever that solo comes in. So I have to say it's going to be center here. Let's make it even a little earlier. No, that's too much. And then it's going to return back to its normal position. Lovely. All right, now I have to say, I have to make sure that this is linked to articulator 1 instead. And so is this. And now I want this to be linked to articulator 2. The strings I want to be linked to articulator 2. So let's go to, and this is going to be, we have many different strings in here, so I just want to link these to both then. And it's already linked to articulator 2, so we don't have to do anything except go to volume 2 and link that to articulator number 2 instead. Lovely. All right, now we are done with that. Let's move on to our bass, fretless bass. Let's clone the flute. Call this fretless bass. Hold Alt, push down, and then we're going to copy all of these notes. Find first empty, call it bass. Paste this here, and then we're going to go make part 1 a bass, fretless bass. And then we're going to go and Alt-C to change these notes to channel 1. And now let's reset the volume here. Well, let's turn it to 150%. Actually, I also forgot to do that on the flute. Yes. And did this? Okay, this is the right volume as well. That's why I felt like the piano was too quiet, but it was actually just the flute that was too loud. Okay. This song is so good it got a remix in Smash Bros. Ultimate. Nice. Sam's the man. Thank you, E. Welcome. Now... Okay, so now we've got our bass. And then let me just make sure that this doesn't change for some reason. Oh, it's an electric bass. Ah, it's not the fretless bass. We're using the finger bass. Perfect. That makes sense. Okay. Now, no vibrato, no volume stuff. We have our synths. This is a square wave, and then we have a super pulse. So let's go drop in our square wave and our pulse 2. Oh, Stranger Things. Hello. Okay. So let's go and grab our square notes. Okay, so these are square notes. Wait, I should have been holding Control Shift for that. Okay. Now we have more square notes here. Okay. So now we have our square notes. And this is going to be panning a little bit, so we have to remember that. Let's go find Press Empty, call this synths. And then we will go and paste this here. Okay, and now let's go grab this panning. And paste it here. Wow. Okay, so all of this information is for the pulse, not for the square. And then this is irrelevant too. Okay, now let's go and grab our pulse notes now. All right, now let's copy those notes. Go to Synths, Pulse 2, and Paste. All right, now let's go and grab our panning. To Pulse 2. Now we can hold Shift and remove that. Actually, let me zoom in on this. Let me go to my pencil. Just make sure that this is 0. Wait a minute. I think I missed some square notes. Yes, I did. Okay, so let's go and copy those then to the square. And now we want to go and recopy that panning because we deleted the part that plays there. Let's copy this to the square. Let's delete what we have already. Paste this here, and now So now none of this is really important until we get to here. Yes, okay. Okay, here we go. Nice. Now let's see what's important here. Not this. That is. This is important. Okay, lovely. Now let's see, let's see if we have volume. Yeah, we have a little volume dip here belonging to the pulse. Okay. So let's grab this and paste it here. Now 90% now, usually, well actually all of the time, whenever we have these rapid notes here, it's because it's a glitch and we should just glue these because this is not in the original. Okay. Now let's go grab our vibrato. And let's fill in our missing information, which hopefully is predictable. Yes, it is predictable. Okay. Let's copy this. And then we delete this space and paste it again. But now FL Studio sucks with automation, so it's just going to muck everything up, like it always does with automation. And we'll just have to paint it in ourselves manually, which is not a huge deal. And that's pretty much it. Does this thing? Okay, so the rest is just 0 here. Now let's copy this stuff and go to synths. And then we'll go take it over to our pitch envelope. Now our pitch envelope is very sensitive, so we want to scale this down to about 25%. Now what's this guy doing over here? So this guy is this is the pulse that we need to send this to. So let's go over and I want to let me see if I can select right where this starts. Not without editing my snap to a bar. So let's copy this, let's actually cut this. And actually we want to paint this as 0 here in its place. So let's go and we have to go to the pulse with this. So now let's go. I forgot my place. It would be right here. And no. Let's paste this here now. Okay, that's good. Nice. All right, now it looks like we have everything we needed. Now we're going to go on to this next thing, which is probably more synths. More square. Okay. Even more square waves. We have a singular pulse note. And more pulse notes. Okay, so that's not very much. Let's just copy all. Let's copy this. This is easy. And let's go to the square. Paste this here. And now, but we might have different panning for this. Meaning that I would probably have to convert this to note pans. Meaning that I would need to know the schematic of this, which is all very strange. I think I would rather clone this square. And just take everything here. Now, let's go and copy our panning for this channel. Let's move this guy. Hold Alt, push it down here. Now let's go, this is going to be center. But this part is going to pan a little bit. So let's go to synths. And don't do that. Paste this here. Okay, nice. Now, oh, I'm going to sneeze. Woo! All right. Now let's go and see if we have any volume stuff going on. Not here. This is going to be for the pulse. So now let's go and see if we have any vibrato for the square. I think we have. It looks like it's going to be in the same place as the other one. So that's all well and fine. We can just copy this from the other square. If we go copy and go to the other square and operator 1, pitch envelope, and paste. Nice. Now, we have, that's pretty much it. Oh, we have some detuning here. So let's go copy this knob to the second square. And then it's actually, the MIDI is lying to us. It's actually a lot bigger than this. So let's go and scale the levels all the way up. And then let's Alt-X, scale them again. And then on the third time, we're going to go to about 160%. But we don't want this to be an automation. We just want this to be about that much. Okay, nice. Now, I want to grab my pulse. Let's copy this and let's put our cursor here, but set our snap to be a bar so that we can have it in the center. Let's copy. And now when we're going here, this is going to be spread panned. While this one's going to just stay that way. So this is going to be 75% to the right. While this part is center. Yeah, so this one's going to be moving around. I want to. I'm not gonna go and convert this. I'm just gonna clone this again. So let's go Alt, push this down. And now I forgot my place, so let's go and put my cursor here. We're gonna go here, go to pulse 2, number 2, and paste this here. Now this is just gonna be statically, and this way I do believe, yes. Okay, nice. Now this, we're gonna have some volume stuff going on here. Let's copy this volume stuff. Go to pulse 2, number 2, channel volume. Paste. Lovely. Ow. Now, here, I think we have the same vibrato as the first pulse. Oh, this is just an echo. We don't even need this. So let's just go cut this, and then we're gonna go say, actually, this is a post process, because if we add delay here, we cannot gate it in. So we're gonna have to wait for giving it a mixer track, which I will do right now because I'm gonna forget later. Let's go give this pulse 2 a mixer track, and let's drag in our default. But then let's go and turn it way down because it's really loud. Turn it down to about 12 decibels. Let's call this Super Pulse. Now let's add Fruity Delay 3. This is going to be about 1 step, I think it was, in timing, and the feedback is going to be 10%, and the output is going to be 38%. Let's do ping pong so it switches. Let's give it some offset. Diffusion. And now let me go and actually measure this timing. That's definitely smaller than a step. Actually, it's not. It's exactly a step. Okay, perfect. Nice. It's working perfectly. But now we want to say that this was only happening here. So everywhere else, this is deactivated. Lovely. Okay. Now... Alright, so that does it for our synths. And... now I think we have one final synth here. Yeah, what is that? That should be... must be our rounded pulse. Or the rounded square. I'm pretty sure that's our rounded square. Yeah, that sounds like it. Let's also disable that chorus here on the Super Pulse. Okay, so now we just have this one slide on our rounded square, which is going to be center with no envelope. And no volume changes or anything. Okay, let's go to synths and paste this here. Now that's really loud. We will wait to give it a mixer track though. let's do our drums first. We have a timpani, and we have a snares. So let's go clone our, let's call this electric bass, a fingered bass. Now let's go clone this fingered bass. And instead let's make it a timpani. Let's call this timpani and hold Alt. Push it all the way to the bottom. And then we'll go and copy these notes. And we'll find first empty and call it drums. Now let's go and make this channel 1. Nice. Now let's go and clone this timpani. And let's make our snares. Let's hold Alt and push this up. Let's call this snares. Snare. Okay, now let's copy this and go to drums, paste this here, and then we're going to paste this to channel. We're going to go to channel 10 and Alt C to change, because that's where our drums live. Our drum sets live in 10. In part 10. So let's go to part 10. And we're going to change this to SC88 Pro Map Standard 3. Turn off the reverb. And then it should work. Nice. Okay, now we have all our pieces. Let's go and give everything mixer tracks. So we have our trumpet, which we will drag in the default for. Call it trumpet. Let's disable everything else for now. Lovely, I like that distortion. Now let's go and make a reverb bus. Let's take this random track, dock it to the right. Call it reverb. And let's add a reverb plugin. Make it a Hall shape, set it to 12% power. And then we'll go set the trumpet to right click, route to this track only. Lovely. Now let's go and give the French horn a track. Let's drag in our default. Call it French horn. And let's give it reverb. Let's up the distortion on that. Nice. IDK, who your intended audience is, it is me. Nice. But I listen to the soundtrack daily, and finding these things being 2024 being made live is insane. Thank you, PJ. Welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy it. Now, this French horn is turning out nicely. Let's up our exciter. Yeah. I want that nice crispness on this. So let's rise the highs. Yeah. Now it's starting to sound crisp. That sounds great, but maybe a little distorted. Let's turn this down. I like it. Oh my, that is shrilly. Maybe we don't need so much brightness on that. Yes, that is so much better. Okay. Alright, now... Alright, I think doing this, like doing the mixing after I get all the notes in is a lot easier. It makes it a lot easier to flow if I can focus on one thing for all the instruments at a time. That makes it a lot easier. Whoops, sorry. That makes it a lot easier to focus. Now our piano, let's give it an instrument track. Drag in the default. Now I want this to be a lot more distorted, a lot more saturated. That's more like it. Now let's get more saturation on that. I like that. Now let's put some reverb on that. I like it. Now let's go for our strings. Let's give this a mixer track. Drag in our default. Call it strings. Now this is really shrilly, so maybe we don't want an exciter on that, and maybe we just want a little less eyes. I do want to make this a little bit more distorted. Let's turn that down just a little. Yeah, I think it had enough as it is. Okay, that is good. But why do we have so much vibrato on it, though? Ah, because part 2 is sort of automatically... as sort of this automatic one, but, automatic vibrato. But we don't want a vibrato on that part, so let's go and gate that out. Let's go to generators, strings. Just scroll down until we see gray, and actually, no. This is going to be specifically the second channel, so let's go vibrato depth 2. Now I actually want this to be, 0. Normally. Actually, whenever... Here, sorry about that. Here is where we want it to be what it is now. So other than that, I'm going to Control I to insert that, and then it's going to be 0 the rest of the time. That is really shrill. How much, yeah, we don't want that. We don't want that much volume. Let's just kind of make sure that we don't have... Okay. Yes, that is good. Now we can sort of add that hot crispness back. And also, let's give it a little more saturation now that we have that. And a little more excitement. Nice. Okay, I like the sound of that. Now let's go for our flute. Let's give the flute a mixer track. And drag in the default. Call it flute. And now let's get some more distortion on that. Let me start putting my cursor. Yes. Let's go for some excitement. And just give it kind of more highs overall. Yes, now I can feel the breath of that flute. Very nice. Let's give it some reverb. And actually, did I give the strings reverb? I did not. Lovely. And I want to hear... Oh, the strings sound so much better with reverb. Now, let's, I think we are good on that. Let's go to bass. Let's give our bass a mixer track. Drag in the default. Call it bass. And let's give a boost here. Because I think in the game it's like has sort of a boosted EQ here. Yeah. It also has more bass in the original. Perfect. Okay. Now we want that to peak to cut to 6 dB, which it's currently much higher. Lovely. And now we don't want to give that reverb. Let's move on to our synths, which are extremely loud and obnoxious. Let's go give this a mixer track. Give the square a mixer track. Let's send the other square to that mixer track since it occupies the same sonic space and character. And let's give the pulse number 2 that same... Actually, this is just one note. What am I doing here with this? I don't need that. Let's just take this note and put it in the other channel, but we can note pan this. Okay, very nice. And I do think we do have the same. Yes, we have the same volume thing going on. It's just that this is panned 75% to the right. Okay, and now in order to do this, the main panning knob has to be center, so let's make this 73% to the left. And this is now going to be... So now, during this moment, we will make our main lines, our main pan center. Actually here. Right. Okay, now we do not need that extra channel. Okay, so now we will give our rounded square a track. And we'll drag in our default, call it round square. Now, we're going to also drag in our default to this square here. And we're going to call this square. And then we'll turn this down to say 12 dB. And also this as well. Lovely. And also, we don't want chorus on this because we already have chorus on it in Citrus. Lovely. Okay, now we've got that. Now let's go and give our drums mixer tracks. Let's start with the timpani. Give that pitch vibrato. Pitches love vibrato. Yes, I like that. I love that joke. Nice. Get that pitch. Did I say that? I think I said that a long time ago. Give that pitch vibrato. Pitches love vibrato. I think I remember making that joke, actually. At one point in time, a long time ago. Now, let's give this the usual mixer track. Let's call this timpani. Give it reverb. Nice. Now, let's give that some more bass. Okay, let's have it peak at 6. Now I want to hear some more distortion on that. Yeah. Now let's compensate for that burst in volume. Let's go to the master and yes, okay. Now let's turn up the exciter. Yes. I love it. Okay, now let's go for our snares. Let's give our snares a mixer track. Nice. Now let's drag in our default. Let's call this snare. Now let's turn this down until it peaks at 6 on the master. Lovely. That sounds good. I like that. Okay, now let's see how everything plays together. Let's go and put it together. Let's remove GBA Muse Ripper's Shameless Self-Promotion tag. And we'll put in our melody first. Put in our synth second. Bass third. And drums at the bottom. Lovely. I love it. Let's go and put a Maximus for mastering. Now, our bass is a little bit lacking, but we'll cap it at between 3 and 6. And then we'll boost it. Oh wow, now it's like, okay, we must have hit a loud section. Okay, I see, but now it's like lacking. So now let's go boost it up to here. And now, see, now it's boost, now it's big, going hard again. But the, that's what the compressor is for. The limiter's for. Okay, now let's go to our mids. And we'll cap our mids here. But let's turn this down. We're pushing our mids too much. Nice. Now let's configure our highs. We want to cap these at 9. Looks like it's behaving so far. Nice. We could actually use a little more highs here. Oh my. Maybe not so much. Wow. That's a lot. I think because our strings and trumpet are going a little ham wild, we might want to put a Maximus on them, specifically to catch those huge bursts of highs. So let's make sure that this, let's cap this just below 9. And let's cap this over here. Lovely. Ah, yes. Okay, now let's see how our masters, our hive on the master behave now. Nice. See, now it's much more mild now. Lovely. I like it. Now let's go and loop this thing. So let's make a slice at the loop start. And now one of these, we have some bad automation here. One of these is extending beyond this, which means we have some automation where there are no notes to play that automation. So let's see what the offending automation is. Let's go to project, patterns, and this was in the melody, yes. It's in the melody. We have nothing really at the end here. Ah, it's here. No, it's not just here. Okay. Where else is it? I do not see anything. I think it's just doing that because we already pasted it here and it's not going to remove it. Okay, but now let's copy everything, well, the loop part, and then paste. Oh, okay. Now the transition here is... Okay, and I think I hear a pretty nice ending here. Dun dun. All right, let's do let's make a slice here, and then let's select all of these and merge them together into one ending clip. That still doesn't let me see the piece in context. Let me see kind of where everything is coming from and headed. This is going from, looks like G sharp to A sharp to G to A sharp. And then it goes back to C. That means we are going from A sharp to C, and let's see if we can sort of weasel an ending out of that. Let's see, dun, dun. Maybe we can go to C. Or maybe, what if we do just a huge C chord? Like, dum. So let's go for at the bottom, we'll solidify that into C. Ah, I see, this is actually a C sharp chord. Okay, so this is like C sharp 7? No. But we have A sharp, F, A sharp, G. Oh, but is that, I think that's just drums, maybe. It might just be drums. No, our snares are here, meaning that this is actually a note. So we have... I still like that ending, but let's make it a huge, let's just make it a huge chord. Okay. Now, let's utilize our synths here. Go to this C. And, don't really have any more synths playing here. All right, now let's get our, oh, it's the timpani doing that. So the timpani can keep on playing G. And then let's go, we don't have any crashes, so. Nice. And I kind of like that, I want to lead into that with that big old rounded square sweep from the beginning. That was cool. Let's go bring that back. And let's give that a place to express a note too. Nice, but that's a little bit overpowering. Let's turn that velocity down. I like that. That's a good ending. Okay. Now, that sounds good. So let's hear how that sounds at 10. Ah, but the silence is important at the end. Nice. Okay, that sounds really good. Let's, now you guys can go ahead and listen to this. A lot of details in this are mastered. Yes, thank you. I love details. The devil's in them. So now, let's go play this all at once, and you guys can let me know what you think. Ah, okay, that sounds great. But I do want at some points we utilize up to 3 synths at one time. So in order to keep the same limits as the GBA, I want to actually go to the same limits as the GBA, and let's do a third synth to fill this in. So maybe we could have this going here. Maybe we could do a C, because we do sometimes have this channel. Let's go to the velocity note pan. Let's make this pan to right. About 75% if we can get that. Yeah. And then this one pan to the left. And let's make sure that our main line is center here. Oops. Yes, that makes it sound even fuller. Now let's get a little bit of a volume dip here. Not really fading all the way out, but just enough to like give us the sense that it's not just one like completely starting and stopping. Nice. I like it. Okay, now let's save this. Oh yeah, I forgot to make it a project. Okay, perfect. All right, y'all. Let's hear it one more time, and then we'll go. We'll come back later today, I believe, with victory, the victory theme. Whenever you beat this Steve in person. All right, so let's hear it one more time. Thank you. Gamer likes it. Good. I like it too. Yeah. I want to see, we can fill out the, some of the mids a little more maybe at certain points. I want to hear more of my timpani. nice. I want to boost the, I think I have some room to boost the master a little bit when that chord hits. It means I want to have it normal here, and then it's going to be like that. Let's see what happens if we do that. Ah, it's boosted a little too much. It clips. Lovely. I like that. But I do want to do that boof. I do want to put a limiter or something after that. Yeah, so maybe instead I will link this to master pregain. If I can do that somehow. Master volume, yes. Instead of that being linked to the master volume, yes. So instead, this is going to be linked to that. Wow. Oh my. That's not good. Maybe we overestimated how much this should be. Let's see. We overestimated it very much. Now we underestimated it. I think a normal amount is 50%. Let's extend this. Ah, there it is. But now it doesn't take, why doesn't it take until... That is really weird. Let's go slide make the point slide. Drag this all the way to the beginning. If FL Studio will allow it to. Sometimes this thing is so stupid. Let's hold shift so this doesn't change. Now let's set this to be 50. We can give it a little more oomph, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Nice. Actually, I might not want to increase it that much. I think I might want to increase the rest of it a little bit, though. Yes. Nice. I love that. All right. Well, we'll call that done here. All right. This will be YouTube in in an hour or two. And then we'll come back with the victory theme. All right, y'all. Thanks for coming to the stream. And this will be Jam and Sam signing off. Until later.